Okay, I'm back. It's been a little while, hot minute, as they would say. I went down a rabbit hole of depression dealing with my dental surgery, which I understand that is going to take some time, and the back issue, which is still an issue. So, I've gone to different doctors, I've had different diagnoses, still trying to figure it all out, but I'm living and functioning through the pain. So I decided the best thing I could do for myself to get myself out of this depression is to get back online. Um, I wanted to talk about date night and how important date night is in a relationship. We've been caught up over the last couple months in the middle of a remodel. As you can see, my beautiful closet behind you is it's pimped out and beautiful. But every weekend we would spend working on different projects around the house, the closet, all that kind of stuff. And we were so busy with work and the remodel and family and just everything going on that we decided that we needed a date night. So a couple weeks ago, we decided to go to the movies. That was the always the first date. Growing up and yeah, especially in the 80s. What was your first date? We went to the movies, to the mall, to ice skate, to roller skate, something like that. So we decided to go see a movie. Things are a lot different than they used to be. I decided to go online to look at the movie times. I wanted to stay in our town. I didn't want to drive to a theater too far out of town or whatever. So we went to the local, Manchester. And so I went online and we decided we want to see Beetlejuice. See, I'm still struggling to talk. Beetlejuice. See, sorry about that interruption. I forgot to put my phone in airplane mode before I shot this video and I got a spam call. Gotta love those. That's another episode here in the near future about spam calls and how we want to deal with that. Anyway, we went and decided to go see Beetlejuice. Since it was our generation, we saw the original Michael Keaton, Alec Baldwin, Winona Ryder. It was, just one of my favorite movies growing up. So we decided to go there. Went ahead and bought the tickets online. Damn, the price of the tickets. Wow. But, is what it is. I understand. You had to pick your seat. What are we going on an airplane? The theater, you just go in, you find what you're comfortable in. You see, you don't want to be too close to the screen, you don't want to be too far away, you like to be in the center, but no, I had to pick my seats. So, all right, pick the seats, bought the tickets. $35 later, I was checking out because, of course, there is a fee for using online booking. But I figured it's a Saturday night, right around Halloween. I wanted to be safe and making sure that I had tickets to see Beetlejuice. Oh, I said that too many times. You better not appear. Anyway, we get there. There's nobody taking tickets, nothing like that. You had to show a QR code on your phone to show that you had the tickets, and they showed you where the theater was and everything. I guess we could have bought tickets there, but you have to buy them at the concession stand. Didn't know that. So we went up. Can't go to a movie without popcorn, right? I didn't know. Honestly, we wanted popcorn, and I didn't even know if I could eat it, to be truthful, because, eating has been such a struggle. But we ordered popcorn, 2 drinks, and a pretzel. Had to have a pretzel. You see the picture of the pretzel revolving around on the screen while you're waiting. It's, pretzel. We didn't get any candy, because at that point you got one bucket of popcorn, 2 drinks that were so big it took me 2 hands to carry, and a pretzel. $40 later. So at this point, we're at $75, almost $80, just going to the movies. I don't get it. I don't understand, but hey, it was date night. So we had made dinner at home so that we didn't have to worry about, paying for dinner, going out to eat first. Movie, got in there. There was hardly anybody in the theater. I could have bought tickets at the theater, saved my little $4 convenience fee per ticket for buying online. And honestly, picking your seat was kind of stupid because there were plenty of seats to choose from. We get in, we sit down, eat the popcorn before the movie even starts because you got 30 minutes of previews. 30 minutes of previews and commercials at the movie theater. Movie starts, that's great. Love the movie. Amazing movie. Michael Keaton, Winona Ryder. The girl, Ortega was her last name. She's from the show Wednesday. I mean, it was very well written, very well, portrayed well, right to where Beetlejuice left, 15 years later, but it stayed in sync with the original. Of course, the father, I can't think of his name, Winona Ryder's dad, obviously could not be in the movie because we all know what happened to that guy. And, the original couple, was that Susan Sarandon and Alec Baldwin? I think it was Susan Sarandon. I get her and the other girl from Thelma and Louise. It's one of the two. They were not there because, of course, they finally crossed over and went on. But the movie was great. I really, really enjoyed the movie. Except the guy behind me kept dropping his cell phone and having to bend over and hit my seat to pick it up. Why the hell are you worried about your damn cell phone in the movie theater anyway? But other than that, it wasn't a bad night. It was a good night. I went out with my fiance. We had a great time. Maybe, like I said, 4.5 stars out of 5, or 4.5 Beetlejuices out of 5. Ended up not eating but half the bucket of popcorn. So you spend all this money on popcorn, only eat half the bucket, but it's eaten before the movie even starts. And the pretzel was horrible. It was hard. It was a rock. It was just nothing like the picture. But of course, my fiance is not going to complain. He's not going to go back and say, hey, give me another pretzel because this one sucks. He just tried to eat it. What he didn't eat, we just threw away. We left there and decided that the night was early. I had to work the next morning, but, it was date night. So, I'm sorry, it was a Friday night because I had to work the next day. I do remember that. Or maybe it was a Saturday night I had work that morning. I don't remember exactly, but I knew it was still date night. And we decided to go to this place called First Player Up where you can go in and play. It's a video game bar. They have all kinds of vintage Pac-Man, air hockey, skee ball, basketball, pinball, all the pinball machines. But it's a bar and they had karaoke that night. I realized how old I was when we got there. We live in a college town. Winthrop University is right down the street. So most of the people in the bar were college age. A couple older people there. Oh my God, the karaoke was insanely bad, but oh so funny. You can catch this girl singing. Hell no. But my fiance was like, one more drink and I'll be up there. And I'm like, oh wow. But it was so tight in there and there were people everywhere. They were just like right on top of you. We played a few video games, because it's always fun when we play games together because it's always a challenge. We rode the Mario Kart together. Of course, we both finished 4th. I don't know how we can both finish 4th when we're running against each other. We shot basketball. I suck at that. Played skee ball. Oh my God, where did this skee ball legend that I'm engaged to come from? I mean, he was just racking them up there. But the anxiety of all the people really started to get to me. And I didn't realize that until we got in this crowded bar, how old I am and how crowds give me anxiety and how awkward that I am in crowds. Cause I'm just like, what? And then, you don't want to just barge through people. but you say, excuse me, real loud, they can't hear you. Then you try to move and they're like, what's your problem? So I get real weird and awkward and stuff in crowds, and I just hold on to him tight and, I gotta get out of here. But it was, it was great. We had a great time. We went to the movies. We went to this little bar. Cost us some money, obviously, but nowadays it's expected. You're not going to go out like we did before. You remember the dollar movie theaters? Those were the best, weren't they? We used to sneak in candy and sodas in our purses and go to the dollar theaters and then just hang out in a parking lot and just bullshit. Or drive around town in a block in the circle. Life has changed a lot, in my 50 years of life, from when I was in my 20s till now in my 50s. But the one thing I got to say is, don't get so busy in life that you miss date night. Even if it's just to run to Waffle House at 1 o'clock in the morning because you're hungry. Or it could be date morning. You get a breakfast. Have a brunch. There's a place right down the street from us that's getting ready to open up. And you can go down and get apple cider and donuts and have a beer. Take your dog. It doesn't have to be night. It can be date time. Anytime. At our age, hell, it could be date early bird. Just don't forget about date night. Don't forget about the person that you love, that stands by you, even when your hair looks like this. And you get up at 3. I was up at 2 o'clock this morning to go to work. And you get exhausted and you get tired, and all you want to do is lay in that chair and watch TV or scroll TikTok or play games on your phone. But you gotta have that time, because if not, you're gonna look back in 20 years and go, damn, where did it all go? What happened? So my piece of advice is live life and don't forget date night. Y'all have a great day. Before I get started, I wanted to apologize for being MIA for a couple of weeks. The dental surgery and some back problems have really sent me almost into a tailspin of depression, but the teeth are getting better. Still working on the back problems. Gone to see different doctors, getting different diagnosis, and nothing seems to be helping. So just still researching, still trying to figure it out, but that's not the point of today's video. I wanted to talk to all of y'all about date night. My fiance and I decided to have a date night a couple weeks ago. We have been so caught up in our remodel. As you can see, my beautiful closet behind you is pretty much done and beautiful. But we decided, we really needed to continue with the date night. So we decided to go see a movie. Nope.